It's week 5 of the NFL. And coming up is the lockdown man himself, Jaire Alexander. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Chiefs and the Condors, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Condors of Mexico City taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for Mexico City, our visitors, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week,
seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
and he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. But you look at this defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. And
Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down. Downs going in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This second and 4. Stroud to throw it. Let's take it in by Downs. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down to pick up a 5 yards. Stroud. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's second and 10. Here's Stroud. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Zach Charbonnet, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Condors nothing.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Howell.
And this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Howell looking to throw again.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Scott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
3rd and 5. Howell down to throw it.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown.
Chris Olave,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Condors respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7th.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 77 yards. And Stroud now to throw.
And they've gone to him.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Powell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now they try the right side here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 26-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete. The Chiefs had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here goes Stroud again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Daniel Bellinger, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Condor 7.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the second quarter, Mexico City in possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, Howell. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Howell. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
It's Howell with another throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Myles Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This is taken at the 23. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. A short one there to Freiermuth. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They gave up a completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet. Oh, fighting off the defender. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Quickly to Addison here. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Stroud on 3rd down now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
Got an open man, it's Scott. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He's got a man, complete.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Josh Downs.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as the guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. And Howell will throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
1st down, Howell to throw. Now this one taken in by Olave.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Little bootleg here. Howell. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Adam Troutman, 56 yards. And the Condors have got it back to within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
There's Charbonnet once again.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud to throw it. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
This pass left side to Downs. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Stroud. That's complete to Pierce.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stroud.
And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Chiefs 28, Condors 14.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10, Howell.
Throw left side, complete to Scott. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Howell now to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now Howell.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. Still going.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaire Alexander. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have a big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
That complete to Downs. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Alec Pierce, 36 yards. And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
3rd and 4. Powell, he'll look to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
And take it right on the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Left side, he finds Pierce.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
The Partners still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw caught by Pierce.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A run now with Charbonnet.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning
Keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
First down, Condors.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Final minute now of the third quarter. Off play action. It's Howell. Got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is third down and 12. Throwing here, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time he is in. Yes. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Condors get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now this taken in by Downs. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. He'll look to set up his blockers. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner,
They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Howell out of the shotgun. A quick throw there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Another throw for Howell. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Kirby Joseph there to drop him. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Stroud. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Stroud. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Patterson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At the 24-yard line.
Second down, Howell now. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On the carry, Charbonnet. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 6.
And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now on that his 20th carry of the ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now run by Charbonnet. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit